You live in Flat Rock, right?
Yeah.
So I'm ready to start another case with the prosecutor here. Do you
Welcome to Bench Scope USA.
want, do you mind if I reschedule this, or do you,
No, that's fine.
you sure?
Yeah.
I am so sorry that happened. So you signed out there somewhere?
Yeah, the thing outside we should go to the door in the courtroom. The prosecutor for you signed a yellow pen paper. Yeah, I signed my name on it. It said, "It's the prosecutor, come on, we're gonna call it."
And the prosecutor never called him?
Yeah, bring it up front so you give you some better information.
Okay. I got it. I am so sorry about this. Well, it's just been a little. Is May 7th okay for you?
Yeah, no, anything, it's gonna have to be on there.
Well, I mean, you've been inconvenienced. If you want me to make it May 7th, I can either have May 7th or May 21st for you. Whatever you want.
Yeah, so we started with the,
Or the 21st.
so we do 20?
Absolutely.
Oh,
My apologies.
okay.
Now, next time when you come here, we'll make it at 9 o'clock. You just come in and check in with my court officer, fill out an advice of rights, and then you can tell him whether or not you want a lawyer. If you want a defense lawyer to help you, we'll set you up with one right then. Okay?
Someone.
All right. Sorry about that. I truly am. Tilly?
So, yeah.
All right. This is just an arraignment, right?
Yeah, 2 weeks ago, we're in position stands to you.
I'll enter a not guilty plea for you, Mr. Tillery. Can you tell me your name, please? You have 3 charges: super drunk, violation of restrictions on license, and you also have the civil infraction of refused PVQ. I'll enter not guilty pleas. I'm going to give you a misdemeanor, $1,000 personal bond. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. So he's 20 years old, and I got a 2-0 or something on 216. It's not good. No alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal drugs. I want you going to AA at least 3 times a week. That scares me when that's the age. I'm just telling you, I'm not trying to be punitive here. I'm just telling you. AA 3 times a week in person. My court officer is going to hand you a form every time you go. You have to have the form signed. Every time you come to court, you have to bring the form with you. So no alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal drugs. You cannot leave the state, cannot violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. And you're going to AA, NA, either one, or any combination thereof, 3 times a week in person. And then I'll give you a new court date, and you're going to have to fill out a petition for a court-appointed lawyer. $1,000 personal bond. We're going to give you May the 7th, is it, Heather?
Yes, at 10:30.
10:30. Boy, we got to bring our track shoes that day, huh? At 10:30 in the morning, all right? Anything else? All right, I wish you well. You're all set.
I was saying to the court, requested the court, if the court makes a determination that I needs to get for the counsel, I would ask for all the stuff.
Sure. Where do you work?
Johnny and Marcos, for the mission.
How much do you make there?
From,
Do you have any kids? You're not married. Where do you live? Who do you live with? Pay rent? Yeah, I don't think that can appoint you a lawyer. I really don't.
I just wanted to find out, so.
No, I don't have a problem if you want to get a discovery order now. At least he can use it going forward, but I don't think somebody making 52,000 is living at home with his parents, you know, no bills. I can appoint a lawyer to on basis of agency.
Was there one on the file already?
I don't. You mean a petition?
No, discovery.
No.
Okay, I'll take one.
Yeah, if you want to get it, I'll sign it and put it in here. But I think I'm pretty much going to have you hire your own lawyer. Okay. If you want to fill out the petition, I'll look at it again, but I doubt I'm going to appoint you. Okay. Good luck to you. You can go down the hall and get your notice. Joffrey Francisco Alamoto Santana. This is T6477765A and B.
And this morning, James Law, 30720. This is here, James.
All right, Ms. Villarreal, your name again?
Yes, Your Honor. Evelyn Villarreal, certified court reporter, Spring 3822.
She's always so pleasant here, Mr.
Absolutely.
I mean, if I could spend my whole life around in this building, around people that kind and considerate, she's very nice. She's always sworn to an oath. So, Mr. Santana, tell me your name, please.
Joffrey Francisco Alamoto Santana.
All right. So, as I understand it, Mr. Schloff, your client will plead guilty to no operator's license on person. Well, first of all, he stands mute and waives formal reading, right? And now he's going to plead to no ops on person with the suspend be dismissed.
Correct.
And then he's going to also plead responsible to using a handheld device while operating a motor vehicle. True?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Explain to him his rights and rights.
Is that what you want to do, sir?
Yes.
If you plead guilty to no operator's license on person, that is a misdemeanor. Possible penalties are up to 100 fines, 90 days jail, costs are all those. Do you understand?
Se trata de suspensão declarada por haber não ter licença de persona, e foi considerado um delito menor, multa de máximo $100, mas que $90 posible en alcance máximo, as costas de la corte. Yes.
Did you go over these rights on this advice of rights form with Ms. Villarreal?
Usted revisó estos derechos que están en este formulario con la señora Victoria. Yes.
Did she read them to you and did you understand them?
Ella se los leyó a usted y usted los entendió. Yes.
If you plead guilty, you're giving up all of these rights and we are not going to have a trial of any kind. Do you understand?
Y si usted tiene clarificado, usted revisa todos los derechos. Usted no va a tener un juicio de ningún tipo. Yes.
You understand that there could be potential immigration consequences as a result of this plea.
Entonces, como resultado de esta declaración, ¿puede usted tener posibles consecuencias inmigratorias? Sí. Yes.
Do you still wish to plead guilty?
¿Y usted quiere proceder a lugar responsable? Yes.
To the charge no valid operator's license on person, how do you plead?
En caso de que usted no tenga su licencia de conducir válida por usted, ¿cómo se declara usted? Guilty.
Were you operating a motor vehicle on March 3 of 26, 10:55 in the morning on Fort near Van Horn and Trent?
Y digamos usted va manejando un vehículo motorizado el 3 de marzo de 2026 a las 10:55 de la mañana por el centro de la calle de Fort y Van Horn en la ciudad de Trento. Yes.
Did you have a valid operator's license on your person?
En este momento, usted tiene licencia válida de conducir coches. No.
Are you on probation or parole?
Y en este momento tenemos libertad condicional o libertad natural. No.
Anybody force you to plead guilty?
¿Y alguien ha forzado por su libertad? No.
And to the charge of using a handheld device while operating a motor vehicle, mobile device, how do you plead? Responsible or not responsible?
Este cargo que usted estaba manejando tiene con su mano un dispositivo móvil. ¿Cómo se trata usted? Con Carlos lo que se puede hacer. Responsible.
All right. I'm going to accept your plea of guilt to no ops. I'm going to accept your plea of responsibility to using a handheld device while operating a motor vehicle, mobile device. And I'm going to dismiss on motion of the prosecutor the drive while suspended or unlicensed charge. I'm ready for sentence.
También su declaración es responsable al caso que tenía un dispositivo en la mano que se encuentra encima manejando. Y debido a la comisión de la fiscalía, fuimos al original, estaba todo sin licencia.
Anything you would like to say?
No,
No, such correct. Fine. 50 fines, 50 costs, 75 victim rights fee, $50 justice assessment, 225
hubiera $50
or 30 days.
$50 de multa, 50
200 on the using a handheld device. Don't be doing that, please. I see people traveling all over the road that are doing that. 425 is your total. Can you pay that now?
¿Puedes fijar? Por favor. Yes.
You're all set. Ms. Villarreal, thank you so much. Thanks a lot, counsel. Good luck to you, young man. I wish you well. Thank you.
Your Honor, I'd like to mention to the court, I did have 2 other cases scheduled for 9:30. They don't appear to have, okay.
Yeah, I was told that. I'll just issue warrants. If they show this late, they're gonna have a problem with me anyways.
Were
Yeah.
they both with Judge McNally, or do you have one with Judge Heston too? I know we had one other one. Or were they both with Judge McNally?
So, Judge, now, we do have another case that's coming up, a case
Oh.
of McNally and Judge Heston.
Okay, I'm getting them confused.
What city were those with? Do you remember?
I believe they were all Trenton.
Can you write up the warrants for me real quick, Mr. Bologna, while I finish this up, and then we'll do that motion. Yeah, there's apparently a couple where the defendant didn't show up. Ms. Villarreal was appointed on. They were supposed to be here at 9:30. So if you can write those up and send them in, I'll take care of that, and we'll get going on that motion. Thank you so much.
They're waiting for me to get that. So,
Nathaniel David Hayes, 25T643-636. Where's Mr. Hayes at?
good morning. What rest?
Okay, Mr. Bologna.
Good morning.
So you want to argue your motion now? I don't need to hear about the one with the, how do I say this? I would not schedule this for hearing at all if it was still over the motion to withdraw the plea.
It was a motion to withdraw. The plea was denied.
Correct.
A motion for reconsideration.
But you filed a motion for reconsideration. I didn't know that you were asking for a Gintner hearing before. You mentioned something about ineffective assistance. And
Right.
go ahead. Why don't you proceed?
I would like to first concerning this because on October 7th of last year, while it's being represented by the prior attorney, he had medical consultation fighting death. And it does show the diabetes he suffered from. And I guess ultimately is this. They're claiming by hearsay police report that he said he wasn't a diabetic getting gas on the road or held with even if that was true, we deny it. But even if it was true, it's a manifest injustice. So it's like guilty that it was artificially high his blood alcohol levels. So in other words, if DNA is somebody's convicted of murder, great. And the DNA later shows something, well, you know what? It's not an manifest injustice. I understand that that's.
Do you have a medical record that tells me, a doctor that tells me that he's a diabetic?
Yes, sir.
Is it saying a report, or am I going to be asked to interpret numbers here?
No. There's a pre-diabetic. And you're right, I'm a pre-diabetic and I have to take the shot of 3 pills every day. So I don't know where they come up for a plea, but they call me that too. I guess after a certain number, you become a diabetic officially. I take Ozempic and I take 3 other pills for my pre-diabetes.
You know, but I take Ozempic just because they want to lose weight.
It ain't losing weight. Mine was almost going into shock when I was in Chicago about 2 years ago.
Well, if this is a report dated October the 7th,
Right.
what is it? medication that he's
Medication. For what? Metformin.
what's that for?
I'm on 1,000 mg a day for the last 2 years. We had produced that study, prescription history for minors.
This, Mr. Bologna?
Exactly.
Pre-diabetes. That doesn't mean he's a diabetic, though, right?
Yeah. I'm pre-diabetic.
Why would he have told the police officer he wasn't diabetic first?
It's a police report shows that. Nobody's testified to that. And the bottom line is, Judge, respectfully, if there are inaccurate results from this huge justice, if there are anything you can't do, then
Well, wait. You mean I could, if I'm diabetic, I can tell him I'm not diabetic, have him lure him into giving me an intoxilizer, and then come back and argue that the intoxilizer results are invalid because you bought my lie and you relied on it and you didn't get a blood draw instead?
Judge, I doubt very much that he knew scientifically that he can't get drug license. His attorney didn't know, it was never brought up though.
Because why would a lawyer bring it up when their client told the officer they weren't diabetic?
Your Honor, that's hearsay right now.
All
I
right.
rely 100% on the officer.
Well, who are you relying on? You're handing me a police report you're handing me a medical report that says pre-diabetic. You say he's a diabetic, he says he's a diabetic now, even though apparently he told the police. So the police are either lying in the police report, in which case they should be kicked off the force. Who's saying he's a diabetic? He said pre-diabetes. What information do you have to tell me that the lawyer should have pursued that?
Pre-diabetic is like diabetic. That's what we say.
Well, if you're saying that, I don't know that that to be true. Well, I don't know if you are or not.
Oh, there you go.
Well, you guys are coming in now saying there's diabetes involved, and I don't have any evidence of that.
You got it funny right now.
It says pre-diabetic. What do you have to say, Mr. Bologna?
Yeah, the request is for different points, always on these processes, counsel, all of you have to work on this. Or, take out. The report says that so the question is, was there any reference to counsel? Counsel is doing that report, and I will assume that he has the follow as relates to diabetes. So if there's something that speaks with the client presented to private counsel with statements made on diabetic or meaningful reference to private counsel's theory that he's diabetic, then it's safe to assume that there was assistance to counsel in this whole process.
The private counsel didn't know what diabetes does or pre-diabetes.
Who said that?
I'll have a doctor sitting up there. And former attorney. The results are just, they're void. We can't say, well, you said something to the officer, so we're going to put everything aside.
Okay, so I just want to ask you this question. If the officer comes in here and tells me, Judge, unequivocally, the defendant told me he was not diabetic, then if I believe that officer's testimony, you still think it's ineffective assistance to counsel because the defense lawyer didn't pursue an avenue when the officer had been told by the defense, according to the officer, that he was not diabetic, and therefore that the defense simply could lure somebody in by saying, "Oh, I'm not diabetic," wink, wink, and then go back and say, I was diabetic, and the results are skewed. I can't even imagine a lawyer trying to argue that his client's diabetic, and if the officer was told by the defendant, if the officer was told by that, you're right, there are mistakes, that he was not diabetic.
You have our picture with it. And it's on the report, it's medication.
Which report? The medical report or the police report? I didn't ask you that. What report are you referring to? The medical? The medical report.
Yeah. I'm sure they did report it. I don't have the inventory report. Can't was on. I don't have the inventory report. I
What? Does anybody else want to help me out here and tell me why I'm thinking incorrectly? Mr. Bologna, Mr. Colovis?
feel the results will be very short here.
You're gonna bring in the doctor.
I'll bring the treating physician, how made up one. And how long he's been on it. So what I'm saying is, let's just say that the officer proved that my client was not a diabetic. Let's just say, does that mean the test results go in? Absolutely not. You got to leave validation. And one of the validations is, if you're diabetic, you get blown.
If you're conceding that he told the officer he was not diabetic, are you conceding that?
No, I'm saying what, the worst case scenario. I haven't seen a video. I haven't seen it.
I can't imagine me or any other judge throwing out a case on the basis that they should have administered a blood draw as opposed to a breathalyzer if the officer was told, and the court believes that it's truthful testimony, that the defendant told the officer he's not diabetic. I can't imagine me throwing out a case saying, oh, it's a miscarriage of justice. He should have been a mind reader. He should have been Houdini. He should have been a read everything.
What we're saying is those results is all true. The breathalyzer results are excluded. And now they can try their case.
Well, that's what I meant. Throw out the results.
Correct. That's like not watching a person for 15 minutes, they regurgitate and then they blow.
No, that's a lot different than somebody telling an officer I'm not diabetic and for the officer, oh, pretend you are. I pretend everybody's diabetic because they could be lying to me. They could be luring me in. I'll give you your hearing, but I hope you're not wasting the court's time. You subpoena the officer, Mr. Bologna. I know you said at one point he doesn't work for the department. I want that officer here. And I want to hear testimony. But I can tell you, honestly, Mr. Colovis, I can't imagine any judge worth 13 cents throwing out a breathalyzer because they administered a breathalyzer to a diabetic who happened to tell them that they weren't diabetic.
So the breathalyzer was not working properly.
Did you hear what I said?
The result is.
If I administered a breathalyzer because then it told me he was not diabetic, I said what?
He also told him he wasn't drunk. It was still.
I'm not going to argue about it with you. I'm just telling you. I have a feeling there's more to this. I'll listen to it. We'll have a hearing. When are we going to do the hearing? I want to do this quickly.
Yes.
Do you want to do it 2 weeks, Judge, or how?
Yes.
May 7th.
May 7th, you want to do 11 o'clock?
So we do it later in the morning. Because I'm in the airport again. That's why it wasn't this morning. I had to drive right back there.
All right, let's do May 7th. Yeah, 11 o'clock.
We do it. What? Being second to maintain the family certification.
To where?
For what? What did you tell him for? We're not true.
I can't hear you.
You need to request time to be second. I'm trying to voice.
You got to keep your voice up.
I'm sorry, sir. I need to request time to release second to the There's a medical conference. I'm going to prove my doctors for it. Sorry.
Let's.
Want to do it before?
You going to be able to get somebody here before then, Mr. Bologna?
I have no clue on the office today, so I'll check first. What days?
Why don't you go call him real quick? See if you can get a hold of him. Because I don't want to put this off to the 21st. I really don't.
Next Thursday.
If everybody's available, that's exactly what I'm thinking.
You're out too.
It's April 30th, right?
Yeah, as if you get it, you're to determine the fact thousand. So he's going to give you the leads and $20 like $100 that he brings to you. Is put forth for this court and say, "Hey, she get on the other." That's the impact of some counseling. For the Bible is more focused on the counsel even know about this. Is there any others that counsel is aware of?
Well, of course, that's all part of it.
I guess we'll find out.
They have to prove, essentially, that the defendant is diabetic. It was conveyed to defense counsel. Defense counsel didn't pursue any kind of defense, period. That's generally speaking, that's what they're going to have to prove. I think your point in your brief is well taken. Why I'm so frustrated is because I just can't imagine somebody, a lawyer, reading in a police report that his client admitted that he was not diabetic, or at least told the police he was not diabetic, and then faulting the lawyer for not pursuing a claim that the toxilizer or breathalyzer shouldn't have been administered because he's a diabetic. I can't imagine. I can't imagine somebody lying to the police about whether or not they're a diabetic. And even if he wanted to come in and claim that he was diabetic, if the officer's testimony is to be believed, let me be clear about this. How am I going to find that there's ineffective assistance of counsel? That being said, let's figure out what day we're going to do it. I will honor your client's ability to leave the state between May the 2nd and May the 10th.
How about 429 as well? Next first.
I'll tell you what, I'll make it. Am I good that time, Heather?
And which date, Judge?
April 29th at 11.
Let me look at our docket.
Is that the 29th?
That's a
That's a Wednesday.
That's a Wednesday.
Just check something. 30.
Yeah. Are you good at 11 on that day?
Yeah.
Well, you're here with Judge Hesselman. Why don't we do it?
You do have a trial at 11 on the 30th,
Okay.
a domestic violence.
Let's do it at 1 on the 30th.
That'd be perfect.
Now, here's the thing, though. If either one of you can't get your officer here, can't get the doctor here, then we're going to have to adjourn it. So you guys can be big boys and figure out a time with my judicial clerk, okay? April 30th at 1, okay? Thank you.